Just when you think the biggest coaching news happened a few hours ago. If you already know the breaking news, yes, the Chicago Bears have hired former Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, one of the top candidates for this head coaching cycle, is now becoming the next Bears head coach. Let's get to know him. Ben Johnson's coaching career started in Boston College as a graduate assistant back in 2009 to 2010. Then went to tight ends coach still in Boston College in 2011. Then his run in the NFL started as an offensive assistant in Miami in 2012. In Miami also in the assistant QB's coach back in 2013 to 15, tight ends coach in 2015, assistant wide receivers coach in 2016 to 17, and then wide receiver coach in 2018, all in Miami. Now this is where we are in Detroit. He went to Detroit as the offensive quality control coach in 2019. Then he came as tight ends coach in 2020 to 21, passing game coordinator in 2021, and then promoted to become the offense coordinator from 2022 to 2024. A little more about this. This makes a lot of sense. We know this news was going to happen hopefully very soon. Now, if you remember last year, the Panthers were in the target of hiring Ben Johnson before hiring Dave Canales. Unfortunately, Ben Johnson announced that he would stay in Detroit and not taking the Commanders' job, the Seahawks' job, the Panthers' job. And it made a lot of sense. He wants to still show he can prove that he wants to show that he can be a coach. This is a best job available for Ben Johnson. He has some interest with the Raiders. The Jaguars was another team. Turns out the Bears were the only team, and they had a strong interest with Ben Johnson. And I'm going to be honest with you, Caleb Williams has found a coach who can really have an offensive style right there. So what's this hire mean? Well, with Ben Johnson coming in, we could expect Ben Johnson to bring in, the first things first is bringing in maybe a defense coordinator. Of course, we're hearing that Dennis Allen is the leading candidate for the Bears defensive coordinating job, which honestly, that could be a surprise because remember, Dennis Allen's been interviewing with defense coordinating jobs, of course. So that's something interesting we can keep an eye on. Now, the offensive coordinator. Now, this is going to be interesting for Ben Johnson. Who is he going to hire as his offensive coordinator? There's some guys like Scotty Morgan, who's the running backs coach in Detroit. That's one. Another one they can look at, Clint Kubiak, the Saints offensive coordinator. They can go either way. But to me, this is an A+ hire. Again, just like Mike Vrabel, if you haven't checked that video about the Patriots. I'm a little concerned of the play calling for Caleb Williams and the Bears. Will they make it to the playoffs next year? Depends on who is going to come in and play for Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears. But this to me is a good hire. But then there's some, okay, Rico, what are the concerns you think the Bears are going to have trouble with? Well, honestly, the only issue I would have is don't be playing aggressive. Because Ben Johnson will love to have those, all right, take a deep shots, run the football physically, and have some trickery plays. But now he's going to have Caleb Williams, he's going to have DJ Moore, and he's going to have DeAndre Swift. He is going to bring in a running the football ability, trickery plays, and maybe have some great offensive calls. Overall, I love the hire. I give this an A+ hire, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to see what Ben Johnson is going to do in Chicago. I think he's going to do a great job. as the Bears head coach. But yes, the big news today, the Chicago Bears have hired former Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson as their next head coach. If you have not seen my other videos, go ahead and check that out in my channel. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.